broadcast reporter Jessica Greif here with Mike Rogoway, who is the business and technology reporter for the Oregonian. And we just watched Apple's announcement, latest announcement. It was an hour and a half long, but we're going to break it down for you in a couple minutes here. So what were some of the biggest takeaways out of this, Mike?
So we'd already seen the Apple Watch. They introduced it last September. We had a pretty good idea of what it did. The questions we didn't really know were how much it would cost and when it would be available. Apple gave us those things. It'll be available April 24th. You can see it in the store or order it starting April 10th. The other big thing is the price. They set a floor for the price, $349 for the starting one. A notch up is $550 or so. The premium model is $10,000, and
wow.
that one's gold. You'll have to really have some disposable income though if that's what you want. I mean, the thing will be obsolete in a year, right? When
sure.
the new one comes out. So.
Okay.
So
but it's solid gold.
Solid
right?
gold.
People love the gold.
And the other big questions were around battery life. They say 18 hours is typical. I guess we'll see what people actually get in the real world. And they showed off functionality. Now, to use the Apple Watch, you have to have an iPhone, and it does many of the things the iPhone does. It's largely redundant, but Apple pitched it as something more convenient. It's on your wrist. If you're using Apple Pay, if you're sending a message on Facebook or Twitter or WhatsApp, maybe it's more convenient that way. I guess
Sure.
We'll see what consumers think.
Yeah, it seems like iPhone is people's watches these days. Do you think that people will really buy this product?
I think it's a real interesting question. Pacific Crest Securities in Portland, they cut their estimates last week after they revised their price estimate upward. They guessed correctly that the top end would be around $10,000. They said that's just not a volume product, that Apple's moving sort of toward premium fashion products, and we'll see how broad the appeal is for it. From Apple's perspective, hey, it might make a lot of sense. This is a high margin product for them. They could make a lot of money, but it might not have as wide adoption as previous incarnations. Or, maybe it'll be like the iPad. People looked at it skeptically. Oh, it's just a big iPhone. Who needs that? But look, there you've got one.
Here we go. This feels a little outdated now,
yes.
but. And another thing with the phone that I notice is we're so used to using both hands. It would be something to get used to just having on your wrist.
Yeah, I think so. A lot of the success, I think, will be based on how well people respond to Siri. It's got Siri built in. You can talk to it without even pressing it. You can just say, "Hey Siri," and she'll start doing what you ask. It'll depend on how well that works and how willing people are willing to do that. How well people are willing to do that in public. Hey, what time is my next meeting? Send a message to my wife. I guess we'll see.
And a couple other things besides the watch that really caught your eye.
Yeah, well, everyone knew this was coming. HBO Now. It's HBO without cable TV. But we didn't know pricing. We didn't know availability. We didn't know the rollout. It's going to be exclusive to Apple, the Apple TV, at least initially. It's going to be $14.99 a month, which is more expensive than Netflix, but a lot more expensive than the full cable bundle. You can get it right over the internet. It's got Game of Thrones. It'll have it in time for the new season. And they promised every episode of every HBO premium programming, so back to The Sopranos, The Wire, Sex and the City, things like that. For your $14.99 a month, you can watch all that, provided you have an Apple TV. They cut the price of that today from $99 to $69. And the other thing they showed off was a revamped MacBook. It's got Intel's newest processor, Broadwell. They redesigned the keyboard, they redesigned the trackpad, they redesigned the ports where you plug in your power cable, your monitor. They got a single attachment for that. We'll see if people want another cable or not.
All right. And again, Apple Watch pre-order date was what, April 10th?
April 10th, and then you can own it, wear it on your wrist on April 24th.
All right, we'll see how that does. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.